Okay, here, this is a water infiltration test. So what we're looking for here is how well does water absorb into the soil, which can be really important, especially for dry land pasture out here in Montana, because if it rains, you want every drop to be soaked into the soil. You don't want anything running off or evaporating away as much as you can. It turns out also that how well a pasture absorbs water can be one indicator of how healthy its soil is. So this is a great test that anybody can do. It doesn't take a lot. So what we do is we take this section that we're going to do a test on, and we use just a nice hard spade or something like that. And we're going to just clear off a piece of soil so that we don't have too much plant matter in there. Next, this is a 5-inch piece of drill casing that's been cut and sharpened not very well with a file here on this edge of it. And it's 6 inches long, and so we're going to pound this in about 3 inches deep, and we're going to do it out on this pasture. We're going to have to do it with a full sledge. So here we go. Okay, now that we have that pretty secure, 3 inches down and about 3 inches up on top, we'll take either a plastic bag, or you can just use your fingers even if you need to, and set that there in here. And then for this particular casing, I want to simulate 1 inch of rainfall for this pasture, which is 3. So I'll fill this up, and I'm using the plastic in order to not pour and heavily and quickly disturb the surface of the soil. All right. And I start the stopwatch, but in this particular case, it absorbed it right away. So what we'll do is we'll make sure it's well seated. And we're going to do another inch of rain. This time I'll do it just by putting my fingers down. I'm just trying not to pour directly onto the surface. Okay. Now we'll start our timer, and we'll see just how long it takes to get it to go in. What we're looking for is for the water to absorb all the way down until you can see no more pooled water. So it'll go down, and you'll see little hills and valleys start to poke above the surface. Don't stop it yet, and wait until you see it fully absorb. It's very typical to do this test twice in a row. The first one sort of gets the soil wet to start with. The second one is the one that really shows how well and how quickly the water can infiltrate down into the soil a little bit deeper. Looking forward to seeing what this does. So I will watch this until it is fully absorbed, and then I'll stop my stopwatch and I'll write it down. Looking at this over time, we can see some changes, and we can manage accordingly.